Welcome to Political Science 260, Research Methods and Political Science. So the first thing that you should do is that you should go and review the syllabus, which you can find at the Syllabus and Required Text tab in Blackboard. And you also have available to you, and I made the link for you there, the Student Companion website for this text, which you may find helpful as you progress through this course. And also make sure you get the correct text, which is The Essentials of Political Analysis by Philip H. Pollock III, and it's the 5th edition. So this is the required text, and make sure you get the right one for this course. Also, go to orientation, the orientation tab. One of the things you'll want to do at the very first is to introduce yourself to me through the Student Introduction Discussion Board, and you will also want to complete the assignment, the scavenger hunt. There are 9 questions related to this course, so you want to complete them and submit them by the end of the week on the first week. And if you do so and you answer them correctly, then you'll get 10 extra bonus points for this course. But make sure also that you become familiar with this course by reviewing each of the tabs, so you'll know where everything is. Also go to the Student's Expectation tab. A lot of discussion there about how this course works, but especially about the lateness policy. And the lateness policy is where all assignments, for the exception of the last test and the last exercises for Chapter 9, will have the lateness policy in effect. And that means that if you do not submit it by the due date, then if you submit it the following day after the due date, you'll only get a 10% reduction in grade. If you submit it 2 days after the due date, then you'll get a 20% reduction in grade. And after that, I will not accept any assignment that's more than 2 days late. So that's 10% for the first day and 20% for the second day. Also, you will want to look at go and look at weekly content. There's a file for each week, for each of the 8 weeks of this course, and each one has the chapter that you should have read for the week. You will have exercises that are located in the text at the end of each chapter to complete as assignments. And the exercises for each week are worth 25 points. So exercises in total will be 20% of your grade. There are 4 tests. Each test is worth 150 points. Which means that all 4 tests together total 600 points, which is 60% of your grade. And you'll have to complete each test in one setting. So that means that you'll want to make sure you've planned your time out to take the test undisturbed, and because you'll have to do it in 2 hours. But the good news is that it's basically multiple choice, multiple answer, matching, true, false, short answer, fill in the blanks on the test. So if you've done your work, if you've read the chapters, you've reviewed the PowerPoints presentations for each chapter, which are located in each weekly folder, then you should do well on the 4 tests. Also, you'll also have a research project to complete. So that's why you'll want to go to the research project tab to see what the requirements are for that. There are 13 steps in the research project, and I will you'll submit the first 6 steps in the 3rd week, and the first 11 steps in the 5th week, which means I will have an opportunity to give you feedback on your work. Don't grade when you submit the steps 1 through 6 in the 3rd week, and steps 1 through 11 in the 5th week. Only the final submission of the project, all 13 steps, which you will do in week 7, will be graded. So make sure you familiarize yourself with the research project. Also, in addition to the questions, you'll also have to meet some writing requirements in submitting the final project. And finally, I do send emails frequently, so make sure that you go to your Campbell email frequently, so that you won't miss any emails that I may send out regarding the course. So and also in each week there's a question and answer discussion board, and that gives you an opportunity that if you've got any questions regarding the text or anything else, I ask you to submit them through questions and answers, so that your question and my response to your question can be shared with the other students in the course. So that's pretty much it. As I said, if you've got any questions, make sure you ask them through questions and answers. And I also hope that you enjoy this course and that you get something out of it that you might be able to use in the future.